running your photography business. For those people who start right now, I think I can tell a few things. Okay, my name is Theny Valero. I'm telling you now. So the next, please. Okay, we start now. How do we start? How do I start? I think there are 4 things that I believe are needed to make your business successful. These 4 things: be focused, be brave, and work hard. It seems easy, but you need to be constant and strategic to be able to earn money with your work. In order to be part of it, you need to meet people. That's my principal advice. Make connections with those who can help you and your works as a photographer. Advertising agencies, art directors, food stylists, of course, people in the gastronomic world. Sorry, my English is very, very bad, but I try. Okay, the second part is focus. That's the key. That's what you need. I'm telling you, when I decided that I only wanted to take photographs and that's will be my main source of money, I made an effort to prepare myself, studied not only in photographic subjects, but also I did administration and business management. You must have everything under control so that you can achieve also financial success. To dedicate myself fully to photography, I had to be brave and stop working on my other jobs because I knew that if I wanted to achieve it, I have to pull all my effort to do it. Today has been the best decision I have made. Work hard. For everything you want to do, you must work hard. Success doesn't not only depend on being good in what you do. What you do is also tries to be constant and never give up. Never give up. In order to make all this work, you need to know a few things. The next one, please. Okay, that's the question, the principal question. Who are you? For photographers, there are many platforms to expose your work, such as Instagram, Pinterest, Behance, just to name a few. And in there you can show your work, who you are, what your skills are, and what is the reason why I should look for you as a supplier of photographic work. In this, you must be as clear as possible in your proposal as a photographer. Is really, really important. Creating a good portfolio, of course, showing your work, perhaps the most important thing to get your first hires. Creating a website. This is important, a website, because you have to be credible. So a website or an account or on social networks, such as Instagram, where you show what you are capable of as a photographer. You must make a good selection of images. But if you don't have a lot of images, because you're just starting out right now, then you can start by making collaborations, going to restaurants and taking the opportunity to shoot good pictures, or even making your own preparations at home. I always make that. The rest is practice, and practice. Even something that works, generate to grow your social networks and make you more visible, is empathy. Empathy. It's not only showing your work, but also what you are passionate about, like your hobbies. I think those topics can create an important engagement in your community. The next one, please. Why are you the one? That's the client's questions, always. What distinguishes you from others? What is that makes you unique? why you are unique for them, and to know what value you have for your customers. In my case, I always try to give them more than they expect. Never lowering my prices. It is better for the client to feel that with you they will will always get more with you. Will always get more with you. How I do that? Too many things, but because this is not only about quantity, I am talking about quality of your work. I am talking about the treatment and trust that you can create in your clients. Of course, that will make them rehire you always. The next, please. Okay, organization. Too many. I know a couple of friends of photographers. They talking about what is your workflow. Time is money. We all know, for you and for the client. So you must work efficiently. This is one of the most notable difference between a rookie and a professional, and that the client will see. The organization goes from the system, your workflow, you see, to organize the workflow, pre-production, the meetings you have with the client before the session. This is really, really important. I have, I think, 3 at least meetings with the client to make my work more efficiently. The creation of a brief where it is clear the type of your work we do on the set, the equipment you will use, that will be the lighting design, props and backdrops to use. Then when you are on a day of shooting, everything will be done correctly. Finally, knowing what use that photograph will have, what formats the photographs need, whether it is for the web, for printing, social network, it is for a billboard or just for mailing, this will be appreciated by the client or the agency. I think 90% of my work is with agencies, and all the work must be organized from the beginning. The next one, please. This for me is very important. Work with best. The work will go better and faster if you have a good work team, a good assistant who is aware of everything you need on the set. Will facilitate the workflow, of course. Let's talk about the food stylist, please. For me, the success of photographers will depend on 50% of the dish, of the food. That is why it's necessary to have a food stylist in your work team. The food stylist can handle the food correctly, yeah, of course. That can make that dish look amazing for the camera. Plus, you can make that plate look good for as long as you are on set. Imagine if you have ice cream. Of course, you need to ice cream. It seems good for 1 hour. So the food stylist is the correct person for do that now. Working with the best is also about the equipment you are using in the set. Because yes, the quality of the equipment influences the final results in your photography. I have been an eternal advocate that you can take a good photograph with any equipment. You can do it with a cell phone, with a table, but when we talk about image quality, it is necessary to use lighting, good lenses, and a good camera. Just in that order. First, lighting. In second place, lenses. And the last one is the camera. But to achieve all this, you need to educate yourself. Study a lot, and always, I'm an eternal student. But to achieve all this, you need to educate yourself, study a lot, to be able to invest your money well in the equipment you need. Many times we invest in equipment that might not be adequate for the type of work you want to do. In the past, I have many equipment, but I don't use any of them right now because I know right now the kind of photographer I want to do. Okay, next, please. Marketing. Oh, what a kind subject, huh? Food enters through the eyes. We know that. Sight is one of the most important senses in communication. That is why it's the key in the marketing any gastronomic product. For anyone to eat a food, they will have to see at first. And we, the food photographers, make them want to eat any food through our photographs, always. Worldwide, the use of social network right now increased almost 30% since the pandemic. We know this is known by the digital marketing agencies, and that is why they recommend that restaurants and food products have more visible on the internet. It is evident that a good photography positively influence sales. In addition, this will attract new consumers. You must know your client well. You know what type of advertising your product needs, what target it is aimed at, and what are the ideal platforms for any advertising that you are going to carry out to work. Next. Okay, I don't have any layer there, but I'm going to talk to you about recommendations. My recommendations. As I say at the beginning, you have to work a lot. At the beginning, you don't need a lot of equipment, really, but you can start working with the camera you have. You can achieve impressive image having the knowledge and study. Knowledge first, understanding how light works, how it affects your dishes, and the important thing is to have coherence in the combination of your work, of your images. Being constant, focus will make your business grow. Little by little, step by step, more work will come. As I say at the beginning, be brave, focus, and take good pictures. Okay, you have any question?
Okay, wow. Thank you for the inspiring session, Theny. Wow, amazing. And then, actually, we have a question. It's question box, but I have a question for you before. Okay. So, yeah, where do I start? Okay. So, yeah, maybe I want to ask you about maybe one tip. Yeah, maybe a couple of tips for you if you have, from you if you have, like how to keep your client happy. Okay, because the happiness of the client is really important. And then I get many questions also from another photographer who started a photography business. And then we cannot make client happy all the time, but it is really important to make sure our client is happy during the session, to make the sessions run smoothly. Okay, so do you have any tips for that?
Yeah. Before, I didn't like very much when the client says, I don't like this it's scene. I don't like even your own product. But with years and years, I don't care anymore. When the client say, why you don't try this? Okay. But I always show them what I think about that product. What is my idea? So I make two images, the client image and my image. And always, they prefer my image because we, the food photographers and the communicators, we have to teach sometimes to our clients because they don't really, they don't have to know what is the best option for communication, because that's what we do, communicate. It's not just take a picture. It's more. It's communicate. So I make two: the client idea and my idea, and always my idea win.
I see. So when you get the brief and then there's maybe two opinions, you have
Yeah.
different opinion from yourself and from your client, then you make it just instead of like wasting time debating each other's opinion, then you show the result and let them compare visually.
Yeah. With the time, it's an important thing. Yes, it's a waste of time. But it's the client money. So we have, for respect, you have to do the client idea always. Because I know what is the reaction. So I make two. Sometimes you can, you must be another day. It's the client money. But with respect, you can, I don't know what is the word in English. It's like advice, yeah, to the client. What is the best way for the work? It's for them. It's not for me. And my advice always, I think, always win in that meeting and that discussion. But always with respect. You have to do the client suggest.
I see. Okay, so and then I will continue the question from the question box. Okay, so wow, today we got many questions, Theny, from our participant here. So, hi, Theny, how do you arrange the rate card between photo at your studio and the client's location? Do you make the difference for this two package, or yeah, how you manage that?
Yeah, in studio is more. I have more control, of course, but for me, if there is a beautiful restaurant, I prefer go to the restaurant and use all the scene, all the props, all the dishes and table and walls. Is more for show the personality of the restaurant. In case the work is for a restaurant, but my work, I think, is more with products, like for labels, and it's like a product photography, right? Actually, but with food companies, it's easy make it in a studio, but if it's a restaurant, it's a beautiful restaurant, I'm going to the restaurant. But sometimes it's too more equipment and heavy stuff. But it's better in the restaurant when if it's a beautiful restaurant. I work with restaurants, no uglies. I prefer show the food experience in home. When you go to the restaurant and buy a food, take you home, and that's the experience. What I show in my proposal as a photographer.
Ah, I see. Okay, so you also look at the condition. If the client's restaurant is really nice to shoot, then you will prefer in the restaurant. But if not, then you prefer in the studio because you can control. You have many control if you are doing in your studio. Wow.
So
Okay. So,
I rent props, I rent backdrops. I have a few, but not a lot. But the client always bring your own things.
mm, okay. So there is question from the Big Tangle. Okay, so yeah, we have another question from Ligia Bautista. Okay, with what camera do you started, and which one do you have right now?
My first pay work in a restaurant. I work with an agency, advertising agency, 2001, too many years ago, 21 years ago, 20 years. When I go into the restaurant, we have it's not mine, it's from the agency, Sony PowerShot. Sony PowerShot is automatic camera.
Is it consumer camera?
3 megapixels.
Wow.
Only. Sony PowerShot Sony. It's automatic. It's for home. It's for, I don't know. It's an old camera. But I always study the lighting, so I can use my knowledge and use the lighting day. But that's I think yes, was my first job in food with a Sony 2001, and later I buy Canon. I don't know what is that. Canon XT, XTI. I don't remember. Let me.
Oh, HD. 880.
XT.
No.
Canon. It's an old camera. I think it was the first DSLR digital. Yeah. I remember 4 megapixels, 4 or 5. I don't know. No.
Wow. For now, even smartphone have larger megapixel.
I have 145.
Wow.
With 3, I make a billboard, a giant billboard.
What? With 3
Yeah.
megapixel and it is printed
Yeah.
on billboard.
Yes.
I'm wondering how it looked.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Okay, and then what? How about your camera now?
Oh, I have. I use Nikon. I remember now. Rebel, Canon Rebel. The first one. Yeah, too old. I have the 750 and a Z7 is my new camera. I'm starting with mirrorless right now with Z7.
Wow. Okay. So yeah.
But the camera is not the most important thing. It's not the camera. First is knowledge, study, and study. Second one for me is lightning, the light. Third place for me is lenses. And the last one is the camera.
Okay. Well, how about the lens? What lens you recommend for the new photographer and also the experienced photographer?
Lens?
Yes.
Yeah. My favorite is the most I use is the 100 millimeters macro lens, because I feel that the distance you have to make your work is the best. Is too much comfortable for me work with the 100 millimeters. But also I work with 50 millimeters, even not macro. I make pictures with a 24 with centimeters. I don't know if in English is centimeter from the top. I don't know. From the top, my image with the 24 or 50 if it's a good size of work. But sometimes we have to make shoot for a big scenario, so I use the 24. But my favorite is my recommendation 100 macro lens.
Yes, I'll totally agree. I also use 100 millimeter lens most of the time. I don't know in your country, but in my country, actually Canon 100 millimeter is really easy to find in second market, and the price is quite low in the second market. And outside of, in
You
my
have to.
opinion, outside of food photographer, maybe they don't use Canon like micro lens very much.
Yeah. My macro lens is a size. It's a car size. It's a prime lens. Oh, it's really, really good. But you have to be careful with second-hand lens, because sometimes they don't work perfectly. So just be careful.
Yes, yes, yes. Sure, sure. Yeah. And then we have another question from, okay. Carolina Poliseni Photografia. I think it's your follower.
Yeah.
You work with agency worldwide or your clients are local? Okay.
I work with two the two ways. Here in Colombia, I work with um, a couple of agencies, and I work with clients in another countries. But it's not the most easy way to work, but it's really interesting. I have clients. They send me pictures. I want this plate. I want this dish. You can do it. Yes, we can do it. But sometimes with some ingredient it's hard to find here, because it's other country, other stuff. But I always find similar stuff, because it's the context. It's the context that you make that make the work seems good. My English is so bad, you know that.
Okay, yes, yes. So you work with both of them, even local and worldwide also.
Yes, so
Wow. Okay. Actually, it is. I have also. I also have a question. Like, I really agree that you said that give more than expectation. Okay. Not only in the quantity, but also the quality. Um, yeah, I want to know that how you really manage that during the studio, because we cannot define the quality, because maybe the quality in our head and with the client head is different. Yeah, how you manage to give more than expectation in terms of quality.
Okay. Too many photographers, they work with quantity of pictures.
Hmm.
Uh,
Right.
for example, one restaurant hire me, and I say, you can do it with me, uh, 40 or 50 images for your social network. Okay, that's good. But uh, it's my case. It's what I do with my clients. I say, I give you all my images. I don't have limit for quantity. That's a way to give him more, a little more to the client. But no, it's not only the quantity. Uh, um, okay, it's not a secret, but it's part of my workflow. I work with two cameras, always with two cameras. So the client can get double of image uh, because I work with one of the top and one in my tripod or in my hand. So it's more efficient, it's more fast, all the process, because the client, no, I want to take one from the top, and it's really hard, and so I can change. I have to change even the light. So I like to have two scenarios, two scenes under control. So twice.
Wow, actually, that is the first time I heard that. But yeah,
I
that
work.
is practical.
It's
Wow.
it's a way for give more, but
Mm,
they don't have limitations with me, uh, so they can feel comfortable hiring.
I see. Wow. Okay. Actually, we have a question here about client. Did as photographer we always accept any client, or there is a tips for you that client we should avoid?
Avoid the clients or some kind of clients.
Yeah.
Wow. Uh, I I think just once in my life, I don't want to work with the client, so my price triple. Yes, because it's not for be mean or something. It's more for I don't trust in the food of that place. Just it's just me. I know people can get work with any kind of client and doesn't even matter. But for me, I don't trust in that food, so I can't do this.
I see. So
My price,
it's not about the client, but you can maybe in your tips, like you set the price instead of avoid the client.
yes.
Yeah. We cannot say that even the price is three times. Yeah, there's still a possibility that they can hire you. Yeah, even if you think that the job is really hard, the client is really hard, the project will be very complex, but yeah, it will be win and win if we set also the best price in our site also.
Yes, I know, but I think I don't have my prices in any website or nothing. I have I make. Wait, yo creo que Juliana. Let me 1 second, please.
It's okay. It's okay. Wow. So, wow. So many questions here. Wow. Okay. I really agree.
I'm here now.
Yeah.
I'm come back.
Yeah. Welcome. Welcome.
Okay. What do you say? Sorry.
So, no. I just read the question from before. The client we should avoid.
I don't hear you.
Yep. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, now I hear you.
Okay. No, yeah, I only read the question again about the what client we should avoid. So you never avoid any client yet?
No. I like to work with any client. I like challenge with the client. I don't think it's a hard client. It's simple. Another kind of client, but when the client is, I don't think the client. Well, yes, we know hard clients, but it's a challenge for me because I want to do a best job as possible.
Yeah. Yes, I totally agree with you. Also, in my studio, I also never avoid any client yet so far because if you want to grow big, like if you want to do the food photography business in the long term, and you have like 1,000 clients, okay, in 1,000 clients, you cannot make sure that there's no single people that you don't like. Okay, they will be always there. But
Yeah.
so, in my opinion, it's all about how we manage the client instead of like you don't like this client, you don't like that client. Actually, if there's any client that is special, I don't say that we should avoid, but special. Actually, there is the best client because in my history of food photography, we produce the best quality of image when we face the special client. I don't know in your side, but the best quality of the picture usually happen when we face the special client. And then because we already we naturally prepare longer and then also have some kind of expectation, so we deliver it better. Yeah, maybe in the first session it won't be really good, but in the next session, if they want to hire you again, yeah, maybe you can like adjust any process to make it better. Yeah, don't avoid any client.
When you are hired for second time, you have the control.
Right. So the tips is don't avoid any client. If you
No, don't
avoid
avoid
any
any.
client, then you will find it anywhere in the next time.
Yes. When the
Yeah,
client start, I think it's a test for you. It's a test. It's a test. You have
yeah,
to do the
it's a
test
test,
work.
right.
Yes.
Wow, okay, that is super. Okay, wow, Theny, tell us about your next workshop, please.
Okay. This is my friend.
Sure, like, okay, so, is this one, right?
Yes. The next one is that one. Is that one? Is 7 August in Miami and 8.
Okay, so if you guys in Miami, so feel free to join Theny's workshop, and then please make sure you also follow the DivinaFoto and Theny Valero here, the account, both of this account. Yeah, if Theny also held any online workshop, they will post it here. Okay,
Yeah.
so I will show you. I really like all of your picture. It is amazing. And wow, I hope I can produce this kind of result in my studio. This is really great. Wow.
You can do
Okay.
it. You can do it.
Wow, I really like this one. Oh my god.
Thank
Wow. Okay, so I also have question about uh okay. Actually, it is related with the question before, not about avoid the client, but maybe I want to ask about how what is the biggest challenge while in your whole experience, what is the number one biggest challenge will happen while shooting?
The best, okay,
Largest, the biggest challenge.
the
Maybe
biggest
specifically,
challenge for
maybe the
me,
worst day while shooting,
okay,
and
the
how you handle that.
challenge for me is sell myself, is being visible, is the most hard thing uh, for any person, I think. Is show yourself, show your work, show who you are, because I don't really like. It's funny because I don't really like make videos, and I have to make videos all the time because it's the way that the best way that I know for show your work. But it's really hard for me do that. Yeah, but I have to do it.
I see. Well, okay. Yep, yep. And then, okay, so, okay, Alicia Christie, is it possible to grow this business to reach overseas client? And maybe you can share how you reach the overseas client, Tenny.
Okay. I think the deal with the client uh, almost have to be clear, always clear, um, and make sure what the client needs, and it's different for the what client want. Yes, you have to tell to your client what is your way or your opinion about uh, the way to take, or what kind of advertising they need. It's hard because there are hard clients, but you have to knowledge that for make the best work for your client. I don't know what is if my English is terrible.
It's okay, it's okay, no worry.
Huh? Um, but what? Wait. Okay, I see what I do now. I see. Okay, you have to deal with this client, um, make the meeting the best possible.
Okay. Yep. Okay, so I have a question, Tenny. I also have this question from many photographer, like how to sell the food photography services if I don't have beautiful portfolio like you.
It's, it's, it's not about the beautiful portfolio. Any portfolio can work, but in portfolio, the all the photographers have to make see in your work what what is your what's your skills, and you are capable for any work to do. So in DivinaFoto, I show just food photography, but in my personal account, in my name, Theny Valero, I have many images in for show what capable I am. It's not about beauty image. It's what can you do.
Ah, I see. Wow. Okay. For all
I
of
don't
the
have a image of my clients. I don't have a client image. Is because I can make 1,000 of image for clients, and I think almost never uh, show my work with the clients. In my portfolio, it's only it's like practice. It's just for even for fun, but not clients' pictures. It's my way.
ah, I see. Wow. Okay. So you guys, if you want to like into the yeah, food photography, commercial photography, even a professional like Theny, like who already become a professional photographer for years, yeah, always practice and then do your like personal project, do your homework, and yeah, keep practicing. So all of this is all of this picture is taken by yourself, not the client picture.
A few, just a few, but
Ah,
yes, in the middle, the ice cream is for a workshop. One
oh, I
workshop.
see. Yeah, yeah. Wow, amazing, amazing. Wow, I really like. Wow. Okay. Okay. How about this one? Do you also hire the food stylist for your personal project, or you make it all by yourself?
Uh, that one is with a food stylist, but this is for a client. But 90% of my work I make myself.
Ah, wow. Oh, this is great. Oh, I
This is
really
all
like
me.
this. I see. Okay. Katani, I'm kind of like curious. Can you show us about your studio, where you work daily? Yeah.
This is my home, my living room. Right. I can show you.
Wow. Okay. This is the fun part, guys. So this is where Tiny works. Wow.
But
Okay.
this is where I take my pictures, and the other side, in other room, I have my edition room.
Mm. Okay. So you set all the settings there.
What?
Yeah, so you set all the lighting and settings while photo shoot there in that room?
Yes, yes. I have my
Uh,
even I have my product table here. It's the product table, and I work with Elinchron in line, and right now I have to make a scene for a workshop right now.
Okay, we have comment from the Mostro Shoot Studio. I guess that you have to know the knowledge about marketing because many people have an amazing portfolio, but they don't sell as much as photographer that know how to sell his work. I
For me,
totally agree with this. Totally
yeah,
agree.
it's the more difficult thing in our
Yes,
work.
yes, yes. You have to have control about the marketing, not only just waiting for anyone to call, but yeah, yeah, totally agree.
Yeah. I have to go now because I have to work.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, thank you for reminding Penny. Thank
No,
you
thank
so
you.
much for today. I really learned so much for you. We all of us really learned so much from you today. Wow! Thank you for being part of this conference, Penny.
Yeah. Thank you. And the people can text me for any other question.
Okay, well, we are really lucky today to have you in our event today. Thank you so much, Tenny. See you again. Maybe we will collaborate again in the
Yeah.
next live chance. Okay. So,
Okay.
okay. See you. Bye bye, Tenny.
Bye.